Thank you for tuning into the Papi J and Wize Jefe on the BS3 network. Before we dive into the show, we would like to remind our viewers that the opinions expressed on this show are solely those of the host. The BS3 network does not necessarily endorse or agree with any of the views we express on this program. Furthermore, the BS3 network is not responsible for the accuracy or timeliness of any information discussed on this show. While we strive to provide informative and entertainment content, we cannot guarantee the accuracy of everything said on Papi J and Wize Jefe. With that said, we encourage our viewers to take everything discussed on the show with a grain of salt and to do their own research and fact checking when appropriate. Thank you for understanding, and now let's get into the show. And welcome to another live, well, not live. I'm so used to stuck in my mind. This is not a live episode, but welcome to another episode of Papi J and Wize Jefe. I am Wize.
I'm Papi J.
And
Papi J.
And it's been a great week because we celebrated Ma's birthday. She
Definitely,
mommy, happy 84th birthday. So yeah. So what's going on, man?
Nine, you know.
Yeah,
people,
we got a lot of drama going on, a lot of personal drama going on in life.
Humans.
So, all right, we're gonna touch on the subject. So, Eboni K. Williams, who's the host of what is that? That show that I guess that Joe Budden used to do.
With Complex or whatever.
Yeah, whatever that show was. The
I forgot the name of it.
Anyway, she was interviewing is it Alenia Van Zandt, whatever the black lady that's trying to help people. Alenia Help Me, whatever her name is. Anyway, she's one of Oprah's friends. And she was interviewing her. And she asks Eboni, they were talking about men and all this other stuff. She asked her, would she date a bus driver? And her answer was, if he owned the bus. So saying that if he was the bus driver and he worked, that she wouldn't date him. Like, he has to be the boss in order for her to date him. And that's the problem. Like, how you gonna look down on a man because he's a hardworking man, he's a bus driver? And Ileana was like, I would date a bus driver if that's what he loved to do. If he was passionate about what he does, if he loved being a bus driver, he looked forward to going to work every day, she would date a man like that. So why do you think now women look down on men that work hard, that have a job and work hard? And like she said, he might love being the bus driver.
I'm gonna give I'm gonna give two answers. One is, it's not about the law, it's not about attraction. Nothing these days is about attraction. It's about finances. This is what, when you live in a capitalistic world, corporate world, everybody's going through struggles. Everybody's looking for a pot of gold. Now they got the pot of gold, and they didn't embrace the struggle as something that led them to this pot of gold. They look at it as a struggle that I never want to look back on. So for me to be out of the struggle and then look back and think about trying to mess with somebody in the struggle, for some people that's just the way. It's just not. It's not beneficial to them. It ain't about a us. It ain't about a we. It ain't about a partnership. What's beneficial to them? And me dating as a woman, well, not as a woman, but if a woman has to choose a bus driver, and
that's another story for
that's not even in part. That's not a remotely beneficial to go date a bus driver, no matter how good he may look, how the attraction is.
Okay, but he's a hardworking man.
Yeah, she's done with hard work, and she don't want no parts of it. Not even a hardworking man.
Wow.
When they done with they done. Like it's a lot. And then there's my other reasoning for it is there's always two sides to a coin, man. Men been dogging women and running shit and picking the way they pick for generations. And now they got their hands on the wheel, man. It's over.
So
They got their hands on the
you're
wheel.
gonna blame
Like
the fact
maniacs. Huh?
you're gonna
You
say
gotta look at it. You gotta look at it like this is how we used to act as men.
as men we used to really. Oh no, she's
Think
not.
about it. Just think about us, like we was talking about last night. Think about us out of town.
Okay.
How dude, I was not messing with that. I wasn't messing with that. I didn't mess.
That's but
It's the same
but
thing.
on occasion
You mess with some things.
on some things that were below your
Yeah, but
standard.
as the money came, more money came, more money came. The belows wasn't really belows for other people. The belows was up for other people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like as
But it's not like there was a requirement. It's not like chick you had
didn't
to
say it.
you had to have this in order to fuck with
Men
us.
just didn't verbalize it because we dogs. You know, we got a doggish thing where we just love women, so we'll just not even care sometimes. We could be going through some shit and
So,
the
yeah.
person pop up. You could be going through some shit, chick, one of your fans pop up and you smash and regret it the next morning.
Okay.
I've had many of those. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but I did in my head judging.
Okay, so what I'm
judging.
saying is what I'm saying is the criteria for men is different. Men, chick, we don't want to be with a broke chick, but we don't necessarily. You ain't got to be a school teacher. You ain't got to be a lawyer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But we verbalized it in our head. Some dudes didn't mess with chicks just because they lived in a block, because they was from where, or because they like. There's mad criteria why every girl didn't
So
get the guy.
it's a preference. So it's okay for her.
They shouldn't verbalize it like that. And then that was the wrong frame of a question.
How's that wrong frame of question?
If I'm a friend
Like,
of
okay, but
Oprah,
I get I understand because now
if I'm a friend of Oprah, that means I am up.
Okay,
And if I am up,
Ileana is up. Ileana is up. She has
then
a show.
you ain't supposed to come at me with a bus driver.
Well, she was actually being the one interviewed. She was the one being interviewed.
Oh, I'm
And there
saying
was
I mean,
was the one
everybody
being
can say
interviewed.
they would date a bus driver. Who's her husband?
I don't know who her husband is.
All right, and and then you could tell how serious homegirl is. Like
Well,
everybody's saying.
homegirl, okay, so now I remember she's the host of State of the Culture.
Oh, ain't she like a attorney or some shit? Used to be slim, light skinned chick.
Yes.
Yeah, she is nice.
Her.
And but dude, she
I'm
ain't
not
messing.
saying. All right.
She said she would, because in her head and in her heart, she believes that she would. But the nigga she's messing with right now is not a bus driver.
No, she said she wouldn't. Ileana asked her. Ileana flipped it on her and says,
"Oh, the one from State of the Coast." See, I don't know. I don't watch all these TV shows.
Ileana asked Eboni, because Eboni was interviewing Ileana.
Oh yeah, Eboni was on State of the Culture. Yeah.
So Ileana flipped it and was like, "Would you date a bus driver?" And Eboni Williams was like, "If he owned the bus." And I get it.
That's what I'm saying. I could see her doing that. If he owned, like, I could see her doing that though. But that,
I guess, because all right, and maybe yes, because she's a lawyer, so she's got her.
You're not gonna. I mean, a bus driver. You could say, "Yo, would you marry a construction owner?"
Date, but this was just date. It wasn't married.
Oh yeah, you could say, "Would you date a construction?" But that's what I'm saying. If you ain't, she's in ownership state. She's not dealing with struggle. She don't want no parts of struggle. We don't know her struggles before she became who she became, on her way to becoming who she become. But she's removed from the word struggle. So she can't mess with a dude that's struggling. And that's society, grooming, everything that groomed a lot of us to think that it's fair for us to just, like, that's why I just told you. You could be the brokest nigga in New York, and you can't, nobody still can't tell you shit about yourself. If you go anywhere else in the world, you would walk around like you are the shit, like you was always the shit from New York. And you could be one of the corniest, weirdest, dumbest, softest dudes in the world, broke everything. But out of town, you get to, New York has this aura. So it's conditioned in us to become who the society is becoming, a bunch of crabs in the bucket. I mean, I hope that I can't offend nobody. I want to offend nobody that's identifying himself as a crab. So, but I'm just saying, I'm just saying,
go there.
I got my always, listen,
I'm
gonna always have shots when I speak, man. They
Oh,
come
man.
out. It's freestyle. But
Yeah.
it's dude, nobody, there's people that's removed from struggle. There's people that are scared to leave struggle. There's people that's in between. There's people, everything. So I'm not mad at her for saying, I think it was a trick question. Because
I'm not mad at her, because now that I look at it, I'm like, well, she is a lawyer. Why would she want to date a bus driver?
Dude,
because I know
like asking,
and I understand. I understand, and I don't really think. And when I first heard it, I was like, "Who the hell this chick she is?" But then, like, she's a lawyer. Like, you gotta do it. I'm looking at it as if, like, damn, why shouldn't she not say she wouldn't date a bus driver? That's her choice.
Man, you know how many people I did like said that to? Like, not they was a bus driver, but it wasn't doing enough for me. So I just like I said, the roles is reversed. I think they're going a little crazy with it, but they said we went crazy. They said we was wilding. So I mean, the roles are reversed, man. I respect it. I just watch. I sit back from afar. I don't want no parts of it, so I don't try to flirt with nobody. Like I just don't. I ain't going through all that. Like I don't want no parts of it. I just sit back, and this shit is like a giant movie to me. And I just sit there and I'm like, oh shit, they beefing over that. Like, I mean, come on. I remember Pharrell said he American, like out of what he said one time, that females from overseas is way better than American women. He got his ass chewed for that. Like, I mean, everybody has their preference and why everybody had their struggle that led to them. Once people start respecting that everybody had a different struggle and everybody's viewed life, the life that was presented to them may have been distorted, or maybe you could see why they think like that, then there's no reason to be upset. That's when people got to get rid of the anger. And you can't get rid of the anger if you're always jumping down somebody's neck for every little word that come out their mouth before anybody can sit down and really analyze what was said. You get the rant before the analyzation, and they waiting for somebody to analyze it, break it down for them. That's the world we in. There's people that just hate until you break down. It's like guilty and until proven innocent. They hate on you until you show them why they should love you. And you shouldn't have to work on showing some people why they should love you, especially if they you don't even gonna meet them. It's like too much going on. But she's all right. I looked at her and wouldn't have thought that she would date me. I didn't think she would date me, nigga. And I ain't a bus driver, but I don't own a bus either. Know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, I told you people just find a reason. This is a beautiful, they do this shit right before election. Once that election shit start really getting near, it just becomes the most frivolous shit. Something's going to blow up. There's going to be a bombing. There's going to be another something right before, like right within this year. There's going to be something. And then election next year, and then they'll sell how they could fix that. And how they're going to solve that. And they do it. Think of every.
How do you get into the election when we was talking about Eboni Williams?
I know.
Okay.
No, I said that's what they do. This whole making chaos, man. Everybody's making something too big. They always make shit too big.
Well, that's something we've been discussing a lot recently, is how everything is over. Like, you can't say anything without offending anyone. Like, seriously, like, you can't say anything, because
I know, that's why I saved my ass with the crabs in the bucket.
If you say something about anyone that's trans, you're transphobe. If you say anything about anyone that's gay, you're gay. You're homophobe. It's like you can't say anything.
What about men? What would they say if
you attack men?
You are what?
I don't know.
They don't have one.
What if you attack women?
Then you're abusive. You can fall in mad categories when you attack women. There's mad, abusive, abusive, mentally, physically, emotionally.
You say the same thing for a man.
You can't say that.
Yeah.
Go to court. Call your group. Call your group. Call the man group. All right, let's stop.
There is no such
thing. They're making it hard to want to talk to people. That's why I say I don't talk to people. I don't really flirt at all. I'm scared to say hi. I never used to be scared to say hi to a female. Now I'll be like this. She might be going through something. She might be going through something. I gotta assume that everybody's going through something.
She might be damaged. She might be damaged.
She might be going through something at this moment that I decide to say hi. And then it turned into more than hi, harassment, anything.
Hi,
nigga. The way they popping out here with these complaints, I don't know, man. You could say hi flirtatiously and that'd be sexual harassment.
All right.
I don't know you. I'm saying hi, beautiful, or anything like that, complimentary, and you say that I'm sexually harassing you.
Okay.
Like that sexual harass thing, son. I'm telling you, it's tricky. And I just don't want to play none of these games. So I just stay quiet.
We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna take a quick break and then we'll come back, man. Before we get in trouble. Bye.
I'm just saying.
Everyone has a story, but few have the power to change lives. Introducing The Plush Life, From Prison to Peace, by Anthony J. Gonzalez with Pepper Chambers. A journey of redemption and transformation. Follow Anthony's raw and honest story as he finds new purpose in life, turning his darkest moments into a guiding light for others. This inspiring story will take you through Anthony's journey, showing you that it's never too late to change your path and embrace your true potential. Don't miss the life-changing tale of redemption and the power of the human spirit. Get your copy today of The Plush Life, From Prison to Peace on Amazon and iBook, and witness the incredible power of transformation.
What do you get when you watch or listen to the Life Happens podcast? Well, I'll let them tell you.
Kim and I are both ministers of the gospel, and the Life Happens podcast is a beautiful balance by simply taking our spirituality with real life and merging it together to create a beautiful balance. And that's what we do.
BS3 Network proudly presents Life Happens podcast, where Christianity and life intersect. Live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central.
Do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, Wize.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Looking for a sports program that gives you the flavor.
Washington Commanders? Really?
This whole thing stinks to high heaven.
That pulls no punches.
Thuggish act by a thuggish actor.
That gives you some humor.
Praise everything LeBron does and never criticize it.
If you want a show that gives you good times, then this is that show.
I am Cole Johnson, and welcome to
Cole Sports with a Z. Every Friday on Patreon and every Saturday on YouTube, Spreaker, and all other outlets. Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
And we're back. So I don't know if you knew, if you heard about this situation where the Oakland A's TV announcer said a racial slur on TV.
He said nigga?
Yes, he did. He did. He said because they were visiting the Negro League Hall of Fame, right? While they were there, and this dude came out and says it was such an exciting day. We went to the nigger home. We went to the nigger league Hall of Fame. and the way he said it with so much conviction, and he was excited to say this word. That's how it seemed to me when I saw because Cole played it for me, because I had heard about it but I hadn't seen it. And yeah, this nigga said nigga on TV.
I'm saying.
And what? Okay, so what? My question is: it's a different time now. Motherfuckers feel comfortable saying that word like it's nothing.
They always felt comfortable.
Now they say it out in public.
And he said it with like excitement, so
right? He said it like he had been practicing it in the mirror. Like the night before.
He's like, I'm gonna get mine off. I'm gonna get it off.
Son,
get this one off.
This nigga was excited, son. The way he just said, and it blew my mind.
But honestly,
it didn't blow my mind at all. Let's be honest, it didn't. It didn't surprise me. It didn't surprise me.
My honest take is, I ain't mad at him. It don't bother me. They should have called it nigga league anyway. With Negro, nigga, same shit, man. Let's stop with the semantics, man. Let's stop with the bullshit, man.
That's what when they say Negro, that's what they mean. Son.
Yeah, man. We turned it into a smooth word. Negro, please. Negro. Yeah. That's why I'm saying when they flip about us saying nigga, we used to say Negro, please. Like Negro, get out of here. We ain't say you was a wild Negro, but dude, it's the same. It's the same. It was their way of taking.
So Negro is to you, Negroes saying just like if you say nigga.
Nigga league. That's why it was all black. I mean, what else can there be? What else could it be? They thought we was niggas back then. They allowed us to play baseball, and they called it the Negro League.
I'm sure that's not what they originally called it.
The nigga league. Let's get all these niggas, and they want to play sports. Them niggas could go over there. The black people probably say Negro League. They probably
I'm sure black people say it was probably the Negro League too.
Negro League. But whatever it is, it's the same word. It's been the same word. That's how long come on, man. We ain't got to beat this racist shit on a day, but that's the nigga league. And as long as he said it with excitement, I can't be mad at the nigga, man. He learned about niggas. That's what they telling people to do, right? Go to visit this place so you can learn about our culture. Back then, it was the Negro League, bunch of niggas. And when you see the history, 1816 or 19 this, you'd be like, damn, I remember when it was, they hung a nigga back then. Like, it's the same shit. They put all the niggas in an arena. Gladiators for life, nigga. We gladiators for life, nigga. We just entertain. Are you entertained? When you start acting like that, nigga, you get out. They try to kill you. But nah, I'm not mad because I told you I'm revisiting everything now that everything we expose so much and now everybody's awoke. All right, so then let's be awake.
I had a discussion with someone. What is a woke person? I honestly want to know what is a woke person.
Somebody that know the truth. Which we all know the truth, so we all woke. Some people caught on later. There's a lot of that's how many people was asleep.
But what's woke? Knowing
the truth. That's it.
But they bashing a lot of woke people. Or those are fake.
Because the woke people be acting like because the woke people try to change everything in one day. It's like.
But we don't try to change everything in one day.
But we've been woke. We've been in the real. When you're a realist, you woke.
Yeah.
Realists act on the shit that they learn. The woke people don't act. They just woke.
So they're not woke.
That's why they sleepwalking.
So they're not woke then.
No, they daydreaming. They not sleep. They daydreaming. How about that?
Okay.
They not woke, but they not sleep. They daydreaming. And that's how dangerous this world is. It's mad people daydreaming. Because even with being woke, no sacrifice, because then you make sacrifices if you woke.
Yeah.
If you woke, if you a realist and you understand what's being presented to you, you will have to make changes. You would do it instinctually because you are a realist. And you know it's time to adjust and adapt. Or adapt and adjust. However you want to do it. Woke people are just woke. They sleepwalking and they talk and they sleep. And you get whatever gibberish comes out their mouth. And that is it, man. That's the only thing from woke people. I don't listen to anybody that told me they woke, I automatically assume that they slept a long time.
Or they might still be sleeping.
And that's not even somebody I want to talk to. Because then when I give them the realist, my realist look at on interpretation. Now I'm bugging. So it's like arguing, debating. I don't want to debate. You woke. All right, cool. And I dip off before you try to tell me what woke you. I don't want to know.
I'm like, I look at it this way. If you gotta tell people you woke,
that means you was asleep a long time, nigga, because everybody know you sleep. So now you gotta tell everybody I'm woke.
But okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's stupid. It makes no sense. That's what I say. All these word play thing is just a whole bunch of word play. This is like rapping. I'm awoke. So what you supposed to get? Mad props now? I'm supposed to like offer you a job? I don't know what the fuck you. Like, I'm just saying. Like if somebody came up to you and say, "Yo, Wize, I'm awoke." Like what do you say to that? See,
like.
He just confused you. He just confused you by saying that he's awoke.
I'm happy that you woke. I don't know how to respond.
That's what I'm saying, man. That shit is just montage. That shit is just ad libs, man. The people just like to yell it. I'm woke. and then do everything that you should be woke about. Because we ain't just saying you sleep. We just saying, oh, we always knew, because of the upbringing we had and our experience, we understood society. We understand the capitalist world. We understand this. That's why I've never been a real, like, oh, he said nigga. Like, I'm not surprised. He slipped up. He get punched in his mouth. Okay, you go about your day. It's nothing. There's a mad people you walk around that say nigga, either in your face, behind your back, or something. So if you
give that
awoke,
word a little bit too much power. Like,
but I'm talking about just in this example like that. If you awoke and you know that, now you adjust and adapt so that you can
not get
carry
offended.
on with business.
Why you not get offended by it? Just
so you
brush
could
it off.
still you could possibly, because the work is there. So at the same time, if you don't know how to deal with different dumb people, then it hurts more. Like I say, I come across racist people probably a lot. When you carry yourself with respect and everything, I tell you, there's nobody stupid, man. There ain't no crazy people in the world. They make choices and then they find an excuse, and crazy is one of them. But a racist dude, they respect a man, a black man, a black woman. If you a strong one, that energy you bring into the room is what's going to allow them to say nigga, and what's not going to allow them to say nigga. So if anybody that gets offended, if somebody's willing to say nigga around you, got to question your energy. Got to question the conversations you entertain with them. Like, there's mad more to it, man. They don't just run around. I don't know, maybe in the South somewhere, but in New York, they're not running around just nigga. You gotta, that's a comfortability thing. I can say it around this dude because of your energy, because of your demeanor, because of how you feel about yourself as a black person. I've never had nobody just run up on me and say nigga. Period. Like, no race. It's not even gonna just put it on white people, man. Like Chinese, Asians, Spanish. Like, you just don't run like nigga nigga. Nah, it's an energy thing, and people carry it. And some people are ashamed of being black, and those are the ones that probably experience the most niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just an energy thing, yo. This is the world. And if you awoke, then what are we arguing about? You got to adjust and adapt. And this is the world. You did that change shit. That's how I know they ain't awoke, because they still expected some type of change. That's it. That's how I know you're not awoke. Once your conversation lead to them changing something, or we got to do something to make them change, then you can't be awoke. Because then you expect to spend your whole life fighting them and not living life. And you can live life, man, peacefully, relaxfully, if you just make some changes. You got to sacrifice some things. I sacrifice the city for out of town because it's a little more slower than the city. Now I'm ready to sacrifice this city for the woods. Like, that's a sacrifice. Everybody, oh, you going to the woods. Like, ain't nobody out there. Then I got no beef. And then I got no ops because I'm so far away that nobody's out there. That's the adapt. That's the only way to get the peace that you want. That's the only way to get anything, is to own some shit, some acres somewhere, and just settle down, slow it down. You could travel. If you can afford to travel and party every night, fine. If you can't, then you got to be willing to slow it down and start gardening or some shit, growing some veggies. Prices is going up. So I don't know. Nobody's awoke to me. Everybody's just montaging, and just getting paid to montage. That's it. That's it, man. Because that's what awoke is. I'm just saying, if we awoke, then we know that this fight is for everlasting. For everlasting. As long as there's billionaires and millionaires, old 70-year-old, 90-year-old niggas, and you somebody that an ant, in an ant farm of just, and they just shaking the box, push you on one side, push you on another side, You think you running shit in there. You ain't running shit. You ain't running shit. And if you awoke, then you know peace is just, at some point, it's gonna peace is the most peace a person could get, the most safety a person could get is just seclude yourself and surround yourself with a village. Like you got to create your own villages. Like everybody's doing it. Jay-Z and them little kids don't hang. They got friends. They got a billionaire friends that we'll never see because they live in their own little village somewhere. And that's their happiness. And then they come out here and lie, kick it to us, get paid, and then go back and be happy in their village. And we'll never see their village. So the woods is like my shit to begin that journey towards at least a little peace before I die. Like, fuck that shit. Fuck, I'm not here to fight until I die. Who the fuck told you that? I'm not fighting these niggas. I'm gonna go get up in the woods. As I said, the Amish people they've been had the blueprint. They just disappear into their own little space and use very little of anything that you could talk shit to me about. That's what I'm saying. If you use very little of anything that you could fucking try to get paid off of me about, you live, you relax. To us, we laugh at them or make fun or think that shit is weird, but they ain't going through these struggles. They might got some struggles though. I think everybody got struggles, but they keep it in house. You never hear nothing, no domestic Amish shit. You don't hear no drug dealing Amish shit. You don't hear nothing Amish.
Well, they had a couple of shows that they showed the Amish lifestyle and
yeah, but that's that new Amish. That's these new kids. These new kids is different. That's who's changing the world. All these new kids of all these races, because they don't give a fuck what their parents, that ideology. A lot of them is like, man, fuck these niggas too. These niggas is tripping. And they going to fuck, and they go out into the world and they see that it ain't so crazy. And then they realize it is crazy and they run back home.
All right, man. On that note, we're going to take a quick break, man. We'll be right back.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
Steph Curry, Tim Anderson, Jordan Alvarez. And it's caught! Debo Samuel with the catch.
Michael Jordan can sense.
The Fro just got the king.
BS3 Network.
The hottest of hot takes. The coldest of cold hard facts. This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. Weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure. There's a 100% chance of a laugh thunderstorm. 4 men with different viewpoints take a movie, show, or documentary and review it uncensored, unfiltered, uncompromised, with no holds barred. Join BS3, Wilkes, King Dog, and H-Rap B as they take on Hollywood their own way. BS3 Network proudly presents The Forecast, where A-Trap B always predicts.
If I owe you something, I ain't got it. And if you need it, get it from God.
Live every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
All right, and we are back. So we're gonna talk a little bit of sports. Your boy KD is going home. The Phoenix Suns were eliminated last night. Yes, they were eliminated by Nikola Jokic and Denver Nuggets. So bye-bye, Phoenix. And now it's wait on for the Lakers or Golden State Warriors.
Golden State. If that's the case, then I think Denver gonna win.
I like Denver. I think Jokic got a lot to prove. He's upset he didn't win MVP for the third time in a row. Not really. He doesn't care. But I know I would be upset. I know if I had a better year than my two previous MVPs and I didn't win, I'll be upset. Well, not upset. I would be
bothered.
I would be motivated, highly motivated.
But I knew they was gonna lose.
You knew Phoenix was gonna lose?
They don't have enough pieces.
They don't have a bench, no.
And you can't rely on Chris Paul, and it's not his fault. But
because this is about the time Chris Paul gets injured, yes.
And they should have had somebody like under pressure.
They had no bench. They got rid of a lot of their bench in the Kevin Durant trade. So you lose a lot of your bench pieces. You lose Cam Johnson, you lose Crowder, you lose Bridges, you lose a lot of pieces that help you get far last year.
Yeah.
Kevin
it was
Durant.
nice. They got to get some pieces.
They got to get deeper. They need to get deeper because when it comes to the finals, you have to be deep.
If it's the Golden State Warriors, it's going to be a hard one.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
The better matchup.
I would like to see the Lakers lose to someone. Yeah,
the Lakers would be the better matchup. And then if LeBron get past him, then you got to just like stop with the comparisons to anybody. He's his own.
It's always going to be a generational like that.
He's his
comparison
own.
Is always going to be generational.
He's his own great.
He's always going to be
Jordan. I'm just saying he's his own great.
There it is. He is. I'm not a fan, but you gotta recognize his game, man. You gotta acknowledge that he is one of the greatest to play the game.
Sixers lost.
Yes, they are tied 3-3.
And they go back to where?
To Boston. And I know this is not the show for it, but fuck Boston.
No,
that's my thing. That's my mentality. That's my mentality thing where I always say fuck Boston.
All right, cool.
But it gets bleeped out because Cole bleeps it out. But it will not be getting bleeped out here. So fuck Boston. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
But next.
Yeah, like, okay. That's all.
On that note, we'll leave sports alone. Like, I don't know.
Tonight is a big game. Tonight is a big game. My Knicks have to tie it up 3-3 or they go home.
That's the most entertaining series.
I wanted to go 7. I think if we go 7, we could win. But it's
New York.
No, we're Miami. This is game 6.
Man,
game 7 will be in New York.
Miami is like New York.
We'll see.
It's mad New York out there. It'll be like 50-50 split.
You know, Fat Joe and Norian and them will be out there because you know they live in Miami.
I mean, that's the most entertaining series, honestly, for me, because it's a whole bunch of underdogs. I just like.
Yeah, nobody thought the Knicks would be here. Nobody thought the Knicks would be this good.
Nobody thought Miami would be there. They thought they were going to get pounced on by the Bucks.
By Bucks, yes. So
and without Tyler Hero. So
yes, they're giving us a fit.
Yeah, That's the type of basketball I like. Like everybody's hungry. Every day.
Listen, Jalen Brunson has shown that he's been the biggest signing of the year. The biggest signing. I don't care who you signed this past offseason. Jalen Brunson has been the best signing of this year for any team.
He's been the best signing for the Knicks for a lot of years.
Yes, he has. I mean, but last year, as far as free agents, he's been the best signing from any team.
Production-wise, like what the people got.
Everything he's done. Everything he's done.
He's
taking the team.
When I watch him, it's weird. He reminds me of he has this Kyler Murray-ish thing, and I ain't a big fan of Kyler Murray, so it's like
it's the hair. It's the hair.
It's just the look, everything, right?
It's the hair. But he is nothing like Kyler Murray.
I know he's not. He's nice though.
He's a gamer. He is a baller. He balls.
He go hard.
Yeah. He's a winner. He is a winner. He won in college. He won 2 championships in college at Villanova. I'm sorry, at Villanova. Him and Josh Hart won titles at Villanova. So
he's I mean, listen, great series. I didn't think.
And we see what he did last year in Dallas, and we see where Dallas is now. They're home watching the playoffs. So they highly miss
superstar, man.
They highly miss him.
No, they didn't want to pay him. I think he left.
They offered him 4 years, $55 million, something like that. He ended up getting $100 million.
Yeah, I would have
over
left.
100.
40 mil don't sound right.
50 mil. 55
mil,
mil, some shit like that.
10 million a year.
For 4 years. Yeah.
15, 12, 13 million a year. That's
probably like 11.5 a year.
Nigga, I'm out.
That was very disrespectful. Yes.
Then they gave Brooklyn back all day, Pete. That was the dumbest shit ever, yo. I'll tell you about New York fan. I'm a realist.
Yeah. And then they went and made a trade with Brooklyn, got Kyrie, and had the biggest, when they made the trade for Kyrie, they had a 95% chance of making the playoffs. By the end, they had 0 chance of making the playoffs.
They was tanking.
You think so? You think when they got Kyrie, they decided they were going to tank?
They knew that they needed pieces. They knew they gave up a lot, but they got the nigga they wanted in the building. And you talking to a Shark Tank. you talking to a nigga I watched on Shark Tank, nigga. The owner's a Shark Tank, nigga.
Yeah, that don't mean he made the right decision.
Dude, that's one thing people laugh at the Shark. Like, pay attention to how the tankers, the people that's in the Sharks in there, think, analyze everything. Yo,
I'm not saying he's not a smart businessman, but it was a stupid basketball move.
I mean, for Kyrie, I don't think nobody think that is stupid. Now you got to spend this off season acquiring him, making sure you could get him to a long-term deal if you want him. Mm-hmm. And then you got to look at the draft and trades. And there are people that'll go over there to Dallas. It's nice. State tax, no state. Like, there's reasons to go play there. It's not like you going to Indiana or some shit.
Damn, why you doing shade on Indiana like that?
Because, I mean, I don't really know nobody that ever ran to Indiana. Like, signing anything, like you get traded to Indiana.
You don't go there free. You don't go there free will.
You get traded to Cleveland. Like, you don't run to Cleveland. You don't say, "Hey, I want to play for over there."
You get traded there.
You get traded to those places
or drafted.
Bro. That sucks. But you get traded. You also get traded, like Odell got traded there. Oh, you thought you was going somewhere where you can make money or have fun? Send your ass to Cleveland. That's like a punishment.
In all sports, right?
Yeah, sports got punishments, man. They send you to them cities. Send you to San Antonio, you fucker. Go deal with Pop and be boring. Send you to New England and go deal with Belichick. Like, they do that. So I'm saying he could. I mean, they wasn't going to win the chip. This is when you got to be a realist. If I ain't going to win the chip, with Kyrie, with and without Kyrie, then getting deep in the playoffs, I might as well start preparing for next year.
Wow.
I mean, business wise, makes sense.
You don't want to get your players the experience.
Listen, it's no longer about the fans, man. Nobody cares what the fans are addicted.
Well, load management shows you that.
Yeah, so they're not gonna make any type of moves. And they just gonna have to like understand it. And they true fans, they believe they probably already know the conspiracy. They start the conspiracies. We tanking. We're going for that new one from Connecticut or that young big kid. Like there's goals in basketball too. I want to get somebody in the top 10. So can't answer that right now.
All right, but we're about to wrap this up. It's been a good show. Got anything you want to say?
Salute to all the woke people.
I don't know what the fuck that means, but okay.
Yeah, salute to them.
I sure don't know what the fuck is a woke person. I really don't. I'm being honest with that shit.
I ain't here to exclude nobody, man. Woke people are people too.
All right, so yeah, all the woke folk out there, I guess.
Shit.
But
have a good one. Peace.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody this coming Mother's Day. Once again, happy birthday to mommy. She's 84 years old.
Definitely happy birthday to Arwella. Happy Mother's Day to Arwella.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to mommy and Margie.
We'll take a trip out there.
Oh yeah. All right, so peace out.
Peace.